welcome back. We'll have just a little bit update on Watson, but then the rest of the video I kind of decided to do a little bit of product review of different things that we have used so far. Obviously it's not going to be all of them. I'll just do a couple things today, and then we'll see, maybe in a later future video we'll review a couple more things. But earlier this week Watson turned 3 months old, so he's getting pretty big now. We actually went to the vet this morning and got him weighed, and he's about 19 pounds now. So that's about double the weight he was when we first got him. So he's growing fast, he's getting big. A lot of things have been kind of good, and then there's some things that have been still kind of troubling with him, but I'm gonna save that probably for a different video and such. So a couple of products that we wanted to go over today, just to kind of let you know our opinions on them, because a lot of the stuff we might find on, a lot of them is usually Amazon, right? Mm-hmm. But same thing, some products work for some dogs while others not really. So this is just going to be our experience and our honest opinions on a couple of these things. So let's get right into it. So the first thing is, I've kind of talked about this in an earlier video before, when we were having issues with Watson eating too fast. Because in a regular bowl, what ends up happening is he doesn't have control of how much, he's just hungry and he's gonna eat. And he pretty much just inhales his food. And so what we found was this bowl here. Amazon? Yes. Amazon. Assume everything's gonna be Amazon, but and what it does is it almost acts kind of like a maze, and it has these deep grooves where the food, the kibble, kind of goes into. And so when the dog eats, it kind of has to eat in sections, so it doesn't have a chance to pretty much just down the whole bowl in a few seconds. It actually makes him kind of work a little bit for it. And that slows him down, and that helps so he doesn't get hiccups, so he doesn't end up choking. Besides choking, what else can happen? They can throw up, right? If they eat too fast?
Yes, they can get them bloated.
They can throw up or get bloated if they eat too fast. So this has been something that's been really working for us. So I know there's other designs out there, not necessarily exactly like this one, but I'm pretty sure they work the same exact way and probably have the same effect on it. So if your dog's eating too fast, this is something that's something we recommend. The second item we have here is a portable water dispenser, and so far it's been very helpful. I know when we went to first pick up Watson, we had a long drive home. It was over 8 hours long, right? Yeah. And so if he got thirsty, you know, what we ended up doing was using this portable little water dispenser, which is very convenient for situations like that. Or like today, we actually went to a down to the peninsula where we got to just walk around, and same thing, at the end of the walk we just whip this thing out. What you do is kind of, you gotta unlock it. One negative thing is though, this little unlock button here gets stuck. I don't know if it's just this one in particular that we got or if all of them were like that, but it could be a little bit difficult to unlock, especially if your hands are wet. So first thing you gotta do is, there you go. First thing you gotta do is unlock it, and then you press a button and it just kind of dispenses the water. I locked it. I did it backwards. There you go. You unlock it and you press the button and it dispenses the water so they can drink. And then same thing, you press the button and you kind of make it all go back down into the hole. So besides the whole locking mechanism being a little bit tough and stuck, it's actually been pretty good. It's actually leaking a little bit because I untwisted it slightly, so it doesn't normally leak, but it worked well for us. Might work well for you, especially if you go on walks or hikes and like to do that. Very, very handy. The next thing we have here is a treat pouch. It's silicone, it's very soft, and what it does is it has a clip that you can kind of clip onto the side of your pants, and you can hold little treats in there. So also when you go for walks or you're just doing training, it's just easy access. It is magnetic, so it's easy open, easy close, so you can just reach in really easily, pull out a treat. One downside to it is though, you got to be careful what kind of treats you put in here, because this is silicone and it's very soft. As you can see, it can be squishy. So if you have very soft treats, they're gonna get all kind of like mushed up in there. So if you're using some sort of treats, make sure they're a little bit harder, something that they can really crunch into rather than something that's soft. And this thing will work very well for you, especially on walks. We've been kind of training Watson to stay next to us, kind of leash training him, and you know, when he does a good job, we easily reach in, pull out a treat for him, and it's been very, very convenient for us. The next item on the list we have is this Granix Bitter Apple Spray. So our dog likes to chew on things, and so do many other dogs. So what this is supposed to be used for is to spray on items and furniture or other things that the dog likes to chew on, so it deters them from it. Because it is bitter, when they taste it, it's supposed to kind of, you know, not be pleasant for them and stop them from chewing whatever they keep on chewing. So we used it, we sprayed it on a couple things, and he went back and started chewing on the same things. It kind of works for maybe a couple of minutes. The first initial, maybe he smells it and tastes it, it's not pleasant, but within a couple minutes, maybe it wears off, or maybe he just gets used to it. I don't know. It didn't work for our dog. It didn't work to deter him from chewing on those items. So that's one of the things we're still working on. He does like his toy basket, for example, the handles. He really likes to chew on those, and we've tried a couple of different things that we've seen online. Hasn't been working yet, and this spray hasn't really worked for us either. So we're not sure if it's just our dog that's like that, or maybe it's the product itself is not that great. So if you ever tried it and it worked for you, awesome. If not, you're not the only ones. So maybe do some more research and find maybe a different product that might have a little bit better results. But same thing, it's very difficult to identify which one's going to work because every dog's different. So like ours, we kind of joke that ours is broken. We have a broken dog. But see what works for you. The last thing I'm going to talk about today is this super deodorizing spray for pets by Arm & Hammer. This one here is Kiwi Blossom. And so as it sounds, that's what it is used for. It's supposed to make your pet smell a little bit nicer. If you have a dog, I think you're familiar with the whole wet dog smell, especially if you're outside and it's, you know, if it's a little bit sprinkling, a little bit of rain and they get wet, you really get that smell from them. And so we found this deodorizing spray and we've tried it on a couple times. You know, you obviously avoid the face of the dog and kind of you spray him in the back, make sure he doesn't smell too much of it. You got to be very careful with that. But he ends up smelling great. It really covers up that dog smell and kind of makes it a little bit more pleasant to play with him, to be around him. And that kind of helps out in the house too, because, you know, everything in the house doesn't start to smell like dog. So very helpful. Definitely try this out. It's a high recommendation from us. We like it.
And from my mother.
And from our mother. We actually got to try it out on a different dog too. We went. Our parents have another dog, and they tried it out, and they really loved it too. So you can.
We gave them the other bottle. It came in a pack of 2.
Yeah, we comes in a 2-pack. But no, they really loved it too. So not only our review, it's a thumbs up, but their review is also a thumbs up. So this one definitely is a good recommendation. So for now, those are kind of some of the different items that we've tried so far. There are obviously more, but I'm not going to be able to go through all of them today. But if there's anything out there that you've tried, or maybe you recommend we try instead of some of these items that we've shown today, let us know. Or if there's something that you haven't tried but you need to know on an honest review, maybe we could try it out for you and just let you know, so you don't have to buy it and waste money on it, right?
So we'll waste the money.
So we'll waste the money. No, we'll see. We'll buy what we need to buy, kind of a thing. So, and we'll let you know how it works. So thank you for stopping in, and let us know if this has been helpful, and enjoy the rest of your day.